Hey guys, it's Wednesday and welcome back to Casey Rants. 3, 2, 1. So you're all probably wondering, Casey, what happened? I know all 5 of you, or 2, or 1, or none of you are even wondering what happened, but just in case, this is what's happened in the last 3 months, and I'm gonna make some stupid lame excuses to why I wasn't anywhere to be found except for on Twitter. That's it. Let's start with where I left out. So I guess it was about May, and I know Bobby Shine had done a couple Casey errands for me, and then I came back from South Carolina from Hilton Head, and I was working on my computer, and it kept telling me that the startup disk was full, and I had no idea what that was meaning, and then one day my computer wouldn't turn on anymore, and it was weird, and I was like, psh, computer, chill out. And so I let it sit for a while, and finally it came back to life, and I had to go get like a hard drive, and it was a whole long spiel. But other than that, that's kind of what the reasoning behind Casey Rand stopping for a while was because I really didn't have a computer to be working on. And then my whole life kind of went downhill a little bit, and it was weird. As you guys know, I was finishing college, and I did. Thanks. Yes, I did. I finished the one half of the college, and I graduated on May 24th. So I got my associate's degree, which I was really excited about because it's only your associate's degree, and there's not much you can do with it, but it's still a degree underneath my belt. So I was very proud of myself because I never pictured myself going to college. So just knowing that I went to college and I finished it in 2.5 years or so, I was really excited about that. And I just felt really accomplished at that moment. And that was, I don't know, it was pretty much the highlight of my summer. I was really upset though because my grandfather couldn't go because he had gotten so sick. It was just, but he was very proud of me no matter what. So I was really happy, and my whole family was there, and Vicky, Chad, and Bree, and my siblings. So it was nice, and then I guess like that next weekend I had a wine festival, and that if you know wine festivals, that's how I met PvP, is because I invited him to the wine festival. So we had our first wine festival, and it was hot, really, really hot, and it was really busy, and it went really well though, and so it kind of opened the whole wine festival-esque season going, and prior, I think, to that, I basically had wine festivals for like the weekend before that, Memorial Day weekend, which is one I just talked about, and then I had one like 2 weeks after that, and it was, I started getting really busy, and I hadn't started my job yet, even though I said I was going to start a job, and I hadn't started it, but we'll get to that in a minute. So then I guess June kind of rolled around, and like I said, we did a wine festival, and then that life was happening still. My sister graduated high school, and yet again my grandfather missed it because he had gotten really ill actually when we were up at the wine festival in northern New Jersey. I guess it was the second weekend of June or the first weekend, I think it was the second week of June. He was getting really worse, and they took him to the hospital, and they admitted him just because he had so much fluid in his legs, and they were going to drain it. And he never came out, which is the hardest thing about all of this. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna cry because it's still really like new to me. And on June 19th, it was my sister's 19th birthday, and he couldn't make it anymore, and he was just really struggling in everything because he had just gotten so sick, and he just given up by this point. He's been sick for a while, and if you look back on one of my vlogs, when I think it's called like Birthday Candle Explosion, he was in rehab, and not like a drug rehab. Like, he would always get sick. He had congestive heart failure, and it was just a really big build up, and he couldn't really walk anymore. And I mean, he was only 80, so I feel like I got cheated out of things, even though I know people do die when they're a lot younger. It's been really hard. Like when you have that one person in your life that's almost like your rock, and you go and you find them for advice, and you kind of turn to them to be that person in your life who's your like advisor, and you're, just someone who is so unbiased and will never judge you for anything. That was him, and just to lose him took a really big toll on my whole family, because my grandmother died in 1998 from brain cancer. And I mean, the past 14 years has been really hard because she hasn't been around. And, I feel bad for my aunts and, my mom. And I felt bad for my grandfather because I know how much they loved her and I loved her. And even though I was only like 9 when she died. So it's tough. No matter who it is, no matter how close you were to them, it's always tough when you lose a family member. And it's, my heart is just so broken still. And I know he wouldn't want me to be sad, and I know he would be so happy with the choices that we're making in life now, and how we haven't really stopped, because he wouldn't want us to stop is the whole thing too. He wouldn't want us to just sit there and just be sad about it. Although it's hard not to be, it's just it's been a tough couple months too, and I think that really took a toll on me. And I threw myself, by that point I had started work, and the day he died I did go to work, and my cousin, who's my boss, she was like, why are you even here? And I was like, I just can't sit around at home. That's not what he would have wanted from us. He wouldn't have wanted us to stop. He would have wanted us to just keep going and be the strong people, and his kids, how he raised them, and how he, kind of helped raise my sisters and I and my brother. He wanted us to be strong. And yes, that was really the biggest part of my summer, was trying to get through that, from the day he died to right now. It's still, like I said, my heart is still broken. There's still a huge wound open, and it's been really, 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 honestly tough. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't want to just like call him up and tell him things, because I know how excited he would be for me, for what I'm doing now. And I'm sad he's gonna miss my siblings and my cousin's future endeavors, because he was always proud of us no matter what. And I'm sorry to keep rambling on about it. I just miss him. And that's really the biggest thing about it, is that I really do. I miss him greatly. And it's it'll get better, right? But moving on, I guess we are still in June now, like I'm talking about. So I turned 23. Yay! Yay! I had a good 23rd birthday. I don't know. We went out to dinner, a whole bunch of my friends and I, and we had a really good night, and it was fun. And then on my birthday, I actually worked. And then we went out to dinner at the same restaurant we went to dinner with my friends the night before my birthday. But I don't know, 23 hasn't felt any different. It just felt like another year older, and that was really it. So then I guess at this point, now it's going to be, I'll go through the month of July, except nothing happened in the month of July, other than my brother turned 16. So yay, belated birthday, HJ, yay. I don't know, I really did, like, between the time my grandfather died to last week, I was really working. I worked 5 days a week, at least 25 hours a week. I don't know, sometimes more, sometimes less. It wasn't hard work, but it was work, so I'm still going there now. And then I guess I could talk about how many books I read this summer. and there's a lot. I'll put all the books that I actually read down in the description so I don't have to bore everyone, but I probably read at least 7 books back to back to back to back during the summer. And most of them were Nicholas Sparks. I read a lot of Nicholas Sparks, the Hunger Game trilogy, and the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy, which was actually really good, and I've read it 3 times now. Which was fun. I mean, I liked losing myself in books for the summer. I guess it kind of brought me away from work and from, you know, life. It was kind of an escape for me. So I really liked Safe Haven by Nicholas Sparks, which I read, which is becoming a movie. I just finished The Lucky One, and then I just read Perks of Being a Wallflower too, which they're making a movie, which is why I want to read it. But yeah, those were really good books. So another crazy thing that happened to me this summer was on August 1st, and I shouldn't laugh about this because this is literally how my life has been since I stopped talking to you guys. My sister, Kim, my mom, and myself were all sitting downstairs in our family room watching TV when all of a sudden we heard what sounded like 2 cats fighting. And so my sister Kim got up and looked out the window, and it was actually our cat Bella, who I don't know if I've ever shown in a video. I might have in one of my vlogs. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to go into the whole story about how gruesome it was, but my cats are outdoor cats, and she was sitting on the deck, and a pit bull got loose and mauled her to death in our front yard, and it was horrifying and disgusting, and I couldn't, like, I didn't know what to do. It was literally so traumatizing. I can't stop thinking about it still today. Like, I can't close my eyes without seeing it. I mean, obviously it's not like every second of the day, but I mean, when I come home from work, I can see the driveway which it happened in, and it like brings back the memory, and it truly was terrifying and traumatizing all at the same time. And it literally, I don't even know what else to say about it. It was literally one of those things that you just, in the moment, you're like, is this really happening? Is this really what's going on in my life? And it was. Yeah, so I'm not making any of this up. Sorry. But other than that, let's see. I just started school. I got into college. I got into the college of my choice, and I was going to refrain from telling everyone where I was going, but if you look on Twitter, it's pretty easy to tell where I go. I'm studying broadcast journalism with the focus in radio, although I'm taking my introduction to TV class, which I really like, and so now I'm indecisive about if I want to do the TV or if I want to do radio. I don't know. I like both, so maybe I'll do both. I don't know, but yeah, that's really been it. But how have you guys been? So I don't know, but other than that, it's been a pretty boring summer. I'm really gonna try to revamp Casey Rants. I'm really gonna try to revamp my vlogs. It's very hard though right now between work and school, but I'm going to have to figure it out, and I just want to stay positive, and I want to put myself into something and just keep going for it. And right now, college is definitely the first priority of things that I'm doing because I really need to focus on it. I have 2 years to be done. I still have to do an internship. I have all these classes, and I'm just going to throw myself into school and work and this, and hopefully just pray that it ends for the best, please. But other than that, I don't know. I missed this. I missed you guys, all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you that ever watched this. And if I'm not back on Friday, I'm so sorry. Then something must have happened. But I should be. I have to start brainstorming, which was also another thing that happened in Casey Rants, was I was starting to run out of things. I had no idea what I was supposed to talk about anymore. So anyone, if you ever watch this, just give me a list of things to talk about, rant about, maybe topics. I don't know. I have a good idea of what my next thing is going to be, but who knows. But until then, have a great night. I love you guys. Bye. or a great day, whatever it is. Alright, but until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. This is the catch up. I probably forgot something. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to remember, and then I'll have to explain to you what happened. Except I didn't go to the beach once or go in my pool at all this summer. That's how crazy I've been this summer. And I bought a new car. Yeah. But that's really it. Alright, bye guys.